Lord have mercy. Woo, what's up? Okay. I first of all want to thank my producers. I want to thank Dallas, my attorney. I got to talk about this. So, on last year, we went inside of a Walmart. I was clearly out of my mind. And it was terrible. Got arrested. Went inside the jail. Was questioned by the Secret Service. Was questioned by the Las Vegas detectives. And I was acting a plumb fool in the jail. Then I go to court, missed the first court date because I wasn't acting right. Then I had another court date I went, and they said, we're going to put your bail at $5,000. No, at $5,000. Then I had the money. And she was like, well, since you got ties in Chicago, since you got ties in Texas, since you got ties in Vegas, you got ties in all these different places, you got to be on electronic monitoring. But I had nowhere to go. I was completely homeless. My attorney reached out to my former roommate. He said no. My attorney, Dallas, he reached out to my mother. My mother said no. And I was in the courtroom crying. This is on last year. I was in the courtroom crying. I cried. Then when my sentencing date happened, which was on November 12th, we had the deal. We're going to do probation, and then you have to forfeit all your electronics, and I had to give them, they could keep all of that. I signed it all over, meaning that was part of the deal where you have to give all of it to the government, your computers, your laptop, your cameras, all of this stuff that I worked hard for, gone. So that's okay. Then the sentencing date, November 12th. That was a day after my birthday on last year. You were on probation. That was the deal. You can't drink. You can't smoke. You got to be on probation. You can't leave the state. And so I'm on probation. I get out of jail on November 12th at around like 7 o'clock at night. No place to stay, completely homeless. Now, mind you, I'm in Las Vegas, brand new in Las Vegas. Get out of the jail, nowhere to go. So I kept saying, I'm going to Catholic Charities. Do y'all know where Catholic Charities at? So a homeless guy got me on the bus got me on the bus. And I'm trying to get to Catholic Charities, so I've just fallen around or something. So I went to Catholic Charities that night, and it was full. So then they said, you can't, we full, just go to the courtyard. I didn't know what I said. What is the courtyard? What is that? So the security told me to go there, go around the corner. So I went to the courtyard. I'm just crying. It's cold. I'm crying. And so I get my ID, get my the homeless ID, whatever. What do they call that? I forgot what they call it. But when you homeless, they give you a special ID. When you a charity card, they give you a charity card. So I take the pictures. I'm crying, and then I talk to one of the workers. I said, "Can I call somebody?" So I made 2 phone calls. I called Katie, and I was just crying. I just cried. Oh my God, and she was encouraging me. And I called my former roommate, called him. I was crying, and he hung up the phone. So I'm like, oh Lord. So if you know anything about the courtyard, for those that don't know the courtyard, you outside. You literally outside, sleeping outside. I was outside, sleeping outside. Never out of my life, never out of my 30-some odd years of living have I slept outside, been homeless. Never. I slept outside and I was crying. Couldn't go to sleep. And I'm just boo-hooing. I'm crying. Oh, Lord, I was crying. I said, Lord, please. But God, that next day, mind you, I'm on probation. I had to check into probation. You have a certain amount of time to check in. So the probation office, like right up the street from the courtyard. So I go to probation, and I broke down in tears. I'm crying. Oh my God, I'm crying. The security guard, she was a black woman, a sister. She said, "It's gonna be okay. You gonna get through this." I didn't see it. I said, "Oh my God." She said, "Maybe you can do your probation and you can try to see if you ought to tell, I'm not from here." And so the lady was like, she was encouraged. The other lady that was taking my picture, she was encouraging me. I was just out of my mind. I'm just hurt because I'm homeless. Like this is too much. And then left there and got the stuff together. Got my probation officer, and I went, checked in, and I said, "I'm homeless. Do you have any resources or housing?" I applied for jobs. No job have called me back. No jobs have called me back. Just applying for jobs. I couldn't do the show. I couldn't focus on the show because I have nowhere to go. So I'm in Catholic Charities, sleeping in Catholic Charities, have to be in that line where people doing drugs and all type of drugs. I'm just seeing it. And some just told me, just look. I opened up my eyes. I seen all of these homeless people, and I'm one of them. This is on last year. I'm just saying all this stuff. So I went and I applied for some services. Then the lady said, "I know a place where you can go." Then she helped me with this. Then doors started to open up. Now, mind you, I'm still on probation. I said, I really want to I don't want to have to keep standing in this line trying to go on the shelter. So then eventually got it to transitional housing. So time is just going. Don't have the money for fees. Don't have the money for anything. I'm just broke. So this year, I'm checking in probation. I was checking in with probation every week, every single week, checking into probation every week. It was supposed to be once a month. I'm checking in every week, every Wednesday, like clockwork, checking in with my probation officer. Like clockwork. Didn't really want to do YouTube because I didn't want to have no beef. I didn't want people to be calling my probation officer, trying to get me all caught up and stuff like that. So I rarely post online. I was barely posting online. And some told me to just go ahead and start posting back online. I started posting back online and stuff like that. But in the back of my head, I said, I don't feel joy because I have this probation thing over my head with this felony over my head. I'm, boom. So I get a text from my probation officer and I get a text from my lawyer saying, "Hey, your court date is on the 10/2. So on October 2nd, I said, okay. And I'm praying, I said, please let it go through. Please let it go through. Please let it go. Please let it go through. So I'm texting my attorney, Dallas. He was saying that we have good chance to get you successfully discharged. Good chance. So I'm like, please, please, please. So today I got up, took a shower, went to the courthouse. When I was walking up the stair, I prayed. I said, Lord, get me through this. I just pray, let it get me through this, and blah, blah, blah. So I was on one floor. That was the wrong floor I was on because I was nervous. And I went to the front desk. What floor do I go on for my case? She said, it's on the 11th floor. And I said, okay. Went on the 11th floor. I was sitting down. My attorney, not Dallas, because he have other cases. You know, when you have public defender, you know, she came out, my attorney. She came out. It was a lady, and she said, "Oh yeah, the state said they're not going to object to an honorable discharge." I said, "Thank you, Jesus." But I wasn't excited. I didn't jump for joy and all that. I said, "It ain't official until the judge says official." So they called this case. They called two cases up. Then they called my case up. The guy before me, he had an honorable discharge. And the judge was like, oh, this is a nice judge. And I got up. He said, congratulations. You did everything you're supposed to do. Congratulations. You have an honorable discharge. Congratulations. You did everything. Congratulations. And they bumped it down to a misdemeanor, a misdemeanor. So I was like, okay, so the felony is they dropped that down to a misdemeanor. So thank God, so I don't have a felony on my record. And in 2 years, you can get the misdemeanor off the record. So I said, thank God. It was really rough because I was trying to move. I said, oh my, let me move with you. Let me move with you. Let me move with you. And then she said, no. So I'm just stuck. But thank God that I'm not on the street. I talked to my case manager. I said, I'm off probation and all that. We was applying for disability and that didn't go through. Then we applied for the disability, didn't go through. There's some issues come up with that. I said, Lord, what do you want me to do? Lord, what do you want me to do? So I said, okay, I got a show. We're going to wake it up and use this show to my benefit. And today when I got back, we applied for jobs as well. But I'm so happy that I'm off probation. I am so thankful because it was so rough for me. It was so rough for me. It was so rough for me. But I thank God that even though I was going through that, I handled it very well due to my mental health. I handled it very well. Shout out to my therapist. Like she said, out of all the stuff you're going through, you're doing good mentally. So, you know, and I was doing good, very good mentally. So I went and got tested yesterday as well. Everything came back negative. I did like a STI test and did that yesterday. No, last week I tested for that, and all that came back negative. Everything negative. Praise God. So I said, "What is my next step? What is my next step?" And so that's on it. I'm gonna pray about that. And I want God give me direction. Where do you want me to go next? Where do you want me to go next? What is my next step? I thank God for that. But it was a journey. It was a journey. I've learned my lesson. I take full responsibility, and I learned my lesson to take my mental health seriously. And my lawyer texts me. This is what he texted me. Let me see if I can read it to y'all. Give me a second. He texted me. What did he text me? Because I want to read it to y'all. I want to read it. Give me a second. What did he text me? Because I definitely want to read it. I definitely want to read it to y'all. Give me a second. I definitely want to read it to y'all. Hold on. I want to read that immediately. I want to read that. Thank you so much. Somebody cash at me. Thank you. God bless you. I'm deposited in my account now. Hallelujah. So my lawyer texted me and he said, he was very confident. He said, I'm going to make sure I read it. Okay. He said, congratulations. I mean it when I say you're one of the most impressive people I ever represented. Please don't hesitate to reach out if I can ever do anything for you. I'll keep you in mind to speak to future clients. I think you could continue to make a real difference in the lives of my incoming clients by sharing your story of success. Sincerely, well done, and congratulations. Because I didn't go out there committing new crimes, didn't go out there smoking no weed, didn't go out there drinking. And mind you, the temptations was, when I say the drugs is out there, I'm seeing it all front row seat. People doing crack, people doing heroin, people doing, what was that, crystal meth, people doing cocaine. I'm seeing all the drugs. It was people doing the drugs in a little bowl, whatever. I've witnessed people doing all type of drugs. So when you homeless, it's a huge thing when people are doing drugs. I'm on the ground. So when people talk about why is there so many homeless people, there is a sector of homeless people that choosing drugs versus paying their bills. There's a sector of homeless people that have mental illness but don't want to take their medication. I have seen it. They go out there, steal. They go to the Clark County Jail. They steal. They go back to the Clark County Jail. They go to the mental hospital. They steal. Go to the Clark County Jail. It's a revolving cycle. And I don't want it to be the cycle. I say I'm going to take my medicine because I'm seeing a front row seat when you don't take your medicine, when you have a mental illness. You end up on the street. No family don't want to bother with you because you go off on people and you damage property, or you go off or you attack people. Nobody want to be around that. And I said, I don't want that to be my life. So for this year, this has been just great for me mentally. So I'm like, if I can get through this would be great. It ain't always been that way because I'm like, oh my gosh, I just go to prison. Then shout out to Don. He was like, no, you just need to stay on your meds. Because I was crying. I was hurt. I was really, really hurt when I first got on probation. I was hurt because I'm like, I've been on probation before, but I've always had my own place. I always had a place to stay. I've never been on probation homeless. The success rate being homeless, being on probation, a lot of people don't get it. They go back to jail or they commit new crimes. You know what I'm saying? But I thank God that I was able to complete that while being unhoused. I thank God for that. Thank God to complete that and do that. And so, and I'm so honored that the DA gave a good deal. My attorney, because usually people give public defenders a bad rep. My public defender did very well. Dallas, I would recommend it to anybody that's dealing with some problems in Las Vegas. Let him represent you. He have really defend me all the way. He said we should go to trial. I think you should go to trial. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a possibility we can win. It's a strong possibility win, but I didn't want to take that risk. I did not want to take that risk or whatever. And so I went on. I took the deal. I took the deal, and so it was really rough. Now, mind you, I'm in court. Before I got into the courtroom, I want to say congratulations to Armon. He was on Angela Yee, so I was able to listen to that, and that was very encouraging. And let me tell you what, that was encouraging to me because I remember when I used to interview Armon, we used to talk. We got to be on the radio. We got to be on the radio. We gonna be on the radio. We need to be on the radio. We need to be on the radio. I used to host my own internet radio show, and I interviewed Armon. To see him elevate and do Angela Yee is a blessing. To see him elevate, to do that was just a blessing for that, to say that was encouraging. I just want to thank, I see Rosie in here. Thank you, because she wrote me a letter, and I'll forget it that she wrote me a letter. Love you, sister. I want to thank ZB. She wrote me a card. Rosie wrote me a letter in jail. ZB wrote me a letter in jail. Shout out to Natasha. She sent me a book in jail. So just shout out to my audience. And just thank you for y'all standing beside me and everything. Thank you. Thank you so much. All the people that talked about it. Now, mind you, the people that talked about it and posted my clip, delete it, or you're gonna get a copyright. I'm giving y'all up until November 1st. I'm gonna give y'all some time to delete it. If you don't delete it, I'm gonna flag you for copyright. Don't use my content. Take my Walmart stuff down. If you used it, because once we start flagging, you're gonna have a copyright. And if they take your channel, if you have all them flags, all that, that's up to you. Like, just take it down. The Walmart video, take it down. Okay. That's my stuff. That ain't yours. Take it down, or we're gonna flag it and it's gonna get removed. Okay. You're not gonna have that, because I don't even have it posted on my YouTube channel. I put it on private, but if you have it up, just remove it. Especially if I don't see it for you, remove it. Why you got that up on me? Remove it, or you could get a copyright. I could do it today, but I'll give you time. Just remove it. Producers, let me know who all got it up on their channels, because we're going on a massive copyright strike. We're going on a massive copyright strike. We are going to be striking them. We're not playing. Okay? If you got it up on your channel, just remove it. Just remove it. And if you want to keep it up, pay me $1,000. Okay? But other than that, remove it, or you're going to get a copyright strike. Okay? Because some things that we want to do, and hey, that's mine. It's not yours. Okay? You didn't ask for permission. You didn't give me $1 for it. Why you got it up, especially if I don't see it for you. If I don't see it for you, definitely don't put it up. So remove it, or I'm gonna flag you. And some of y'all, and I went on one channel, y'all had it up a couple of times. So that's about 3 copyright strikes. That means your whole channel gonna be gone. Do you want to lose your channel? Okay, I don't want to do that. But if it ain't gone by November 1st, strike, because you got it up multiple. YouTube got it up 3 times. Another channel had it up 4 times. I'm gonna strike it. You don't want to lose your channel, okay? But I want to encourage people that's on parole, that's on probation, and if you're homeless on there, let me tell you, please check in to your probation officer. Check in with your probation officer. Don't run. My attorney told me something. He said, please don't run. Don't run. Check in. Because when I was in court, I was seeing these cases with people on probation getting revoked because they are not checking into their probation. That's the most simple thing you can do. And it was one case that I saw in particular. His lawyer's like, well, he's homeless, all that. They said, don't worry about it. Who cares about that? That you still got to check in. Don't when my probation hit me up and say, hey, I need to see you in office this date, I was there when it first opened up. I was in line on them to open up the door. So check in. Don't run, check in. Okay? And don't pick up no new cases. It's going to be hard. It's going to be challenging. I was fortunate enough to have a YouTube channel where people can send me care packages, encouraging words, and prayers. Like y'all have sent me that. Thank you, because we have to pay some court fees, and it was a nice little penny, money I didn't have, but I said I got to make this sacrifice and go ahead and just go in and do it. And a viewer came and she said, "Well, I'm gonna give you $150." I was like, "Okay, that's go towards my court fees." I checked my PayPal. Some viewers came together and I didn't know this. I just checked my PayPal. I said, "Oh my God, I don't have the court fees." Like, check my PayPal. And my PayPal was like $300 in my PayPal, like $350. And some viewers came together and just sent it. I didn't even know it. I was like, oh my gosh, what? So I deposited that and went and paid my court fees. And then another viewer came together and said, he go another $150. So I appreciate that. It's an honor that, some viewers came together and doors open. I was like, look at God. One of the worst things you could do is run. If you get in trouble, if you get in trouble again, they will use it against you heavy. Yes. So you got to definitely check in. I also want to say, you know what I'm saying, to all the people, I just want to thank, I did see him and I love him, St. James. Shout out to St. James. I want to just thank the people for their support. It's rough. You know what I'm saying? It's haven't been easy. But I say I can focus on my show. You know what I'm saying? Now I can focus on my show. Now I can roast and gag, because I couldn't really roast because I had that probation thing, because they had reached out to the probation officer trying to get me in trouble. So I said, now I can really get into some things that I want to get into some things. But I said, I have to just talk to the people, and I just want to thank y'all, for y'all support. And I will write a book. I will put this in my book and different things like that. I do one day want to do a documentary and stuff like that, and all that. So if we're looking for producers, if anybody want to help produce it and work with me on that, please do. It would be great. You can make some good money. It would be a good story. Because people need to talk about it, and I need to tell my story more because I think a lot of people need to hear this. Being diagnosed with bipolar, I was diagnosed a couple of years ago. I was in denial. I didn't want to take the medicine like I supposed to. I was in strong denial about being bipolar. I was in denial, but it took this last criminal act to wake up, to open my eyes, to know like, okay, I have to take this medicine, and it's okay, and I take it every day, every single day. Take my water, go to my therapist, my psych doctor. Shout out to my medical team for that. They are really well, and it's just a blessing. Shout out to my therapist. We've been doing so good. She just had me come once a month because half the time I don't have nothing to talk about because I'm like, listen, I'm trying to get a place. I'm trying to get my own place and stuff like that, but I'm definitely doing good. So that's Queen B. Marsh. I will work with you on that. My undergrad degree is broadcast communication. Thank you. That would be good. Congratulations on that. And I said we really got to put in work. Now, when I was sitting down in the courtroom, out in the hallway, the Breakfast Club came up. So the Breakfast Club gave Nicki Donkey of the Day, and I was so honored that they posted the Lil' Kim clip. And when Lil' Kim said she wants to be the one, meaning Nicki wants to be the only one, was underdog will come to light, and you will see. Nobody wanted to hear Lil' Kim. Everybody said she was crazy, bitter, old news. They blackballed her on the internet. They dogged her out, made her insecure of releasing music almost. You know what I'm saying? And years later, Nicki have beef with mostly every female rapper she have beef with because she want to be the only one. She want to be the only one. And now she's bitter. When you dogging out these other women, she was dogging out Lil' Kim. You're bitter. Where's your music? You're trash. Get over it. Hang it up flat screen. Now she's going through all this crap. Now she's dragging people. Now she's dogging people. Now she's bitter. All this stuff that she's bitter on her own. She's going through all this because she is scared that it's a lot of women in the industry. A lot of women in the industry, and she can't handle it. She can't handle it. She can't handle it. She can't. I see it all the time. Somebody had hit me up on YouTube. Give me a second. Let me read that comment. Ooh, people text me, y'all. In here. Somebody said, you can report without being biased and spreading lies. You should just stop speaking on female rap. Suzanne, this was Suzanne said to me. You are misinformed. God don't bless mess. Praying for you in your situation. Then another person, the other person reached out to me. Joy said this. Wiley, the queen is not jealous of Barney B. Are you jealous of Armon? No shade. And this is the most stupidest thing I ever heard. When you cannot see the jealousy in Lil' Kim, I can see it. The woman is jealous. The woman is jealous of the success of Cardi B. She put out a lie and said her album flopped. It didn't flop. It didn't. And I see the YouTubers, I see the creative commentators. I said, I need to say this louder. Cardi B is a success, and her debut album is the most streamed, most purchase is you have to go all the way back to Lauryn Hill to compare the sales of her debut album. Her second album is doing good. She just pushed 75,000 more units in the second week. She's doing great. But Cardi B, you can't allow an old, outdated, mentally ill psycho get under your skin. The reason why she love to talk about your child, because she know that's a weak spot, and nor that psychotic, mentally ill woman. She's psychotic. She's mentally ill. The woman believed, I'm talking about Nicki Minaj. The woman believed that Jay-Z is against her. She believed Oprah is against her. She believed all that's the voices in her head. She's psychotic. Yes, she's schizophrenic. Yes, she's bipolar, allegedly. She's all that. She's psychotic. You can't tell me you got your mind when you too busy worried about what Cardi B is doing, talking about an album that's coming up in March. Jesus can return at any time, and here you are talking about an album that's going to come out in March. Because you mad that Cardi B got yet another number one album. You mad because you got yourself blackballed at the Grammys. You mad because you made fun of them white folks, and them white folks reminded you, sit your black behind down. You ain't coming back to our Grammys. You decided to make fun of the Catholic Church, and they told you, sit your blankly black self down. You did that. You can't put that on Cardi B. You can't put that on Jay-Z. You the one that want to talk about all these people, but you are the problem. You're the problem. Stop talking about, I don't understand it. You are the problem. You're the problem. And if you can't see that, then there's something wrong with you. All the drugs activity that these people, let me say this. You can't be mentally ill and do drugs. It's a disaster waiting to happen. That's why a lot of mentally ill people on the street now, I've witnessed this, they got mentally illness, they don't take their medicine, but they take cocaine. They take crystal meth. That's a disaster right there. The reason why I was able to get through probation successfully, because I ain't go out here doing no drugs. I didn't go out and commit no new crimes. I said, let me just take my medicine and all that. I have to learn my lessons because, something you make mistakes, and that's okay. And don't worry about the mistakes you made. Just get through it. Don't do it again. Move forward with your life. And when the thing about Cardi B and Nicki, both of them are wrong. I think Cardi, she needs to just focus on promoting the album and learn how not to respond to these people. You got to learn how to get out of people. Even when people was dragging me on the internet with the Walmart situation, all that type of stuff, I was upset and all that type of stuff, but I'm not going to get too dark with you. I'm not going to get that dark with you. You want to talk about all that stuff? I'm not going to get that dark with you. I'm not. I'm going to just send that copyright strike, and you're going to get that night nasty strike on your channel, and that's what you're going to have to deal with. But I'm not going to sit here arguing all that type of stuff, like, especially with using my content. You're going to get an old nasty piece of strike. And some of these creators on their last leg. And I'm being nice. I might change my mind and start striking it today. I might just be petty and start striking today. So you better delete it today. And don't try to put it on private, because we can still see it. You can still get a copyright strike when you put it on private. You're gonna get a nice old nasty strike. Hold on. Who is this? Hit me up. Who is this? Hit me up. Oh, okay. Thank you. And also, let's go to this. So I was listening to Angela Yee, and my mom was giving out the history with the rap girls, but about this whole Nicki and Cardi situation, about how Armon said, well, Nicki felt some type of way because Cardi didn't outsell her. And I said, that's bitterness right there. That's jealousy right there. That's bitterness and jealousy on Nicki Minaj's behalf. That's bitter and jealousy right there, because she can't stand another woman getting shine. She can't stand it. She fell out with Ice Spice. She fell out with Megan. She fell out with Remy Ma. She fell out with Lil' Kim. She fell out with the Breakfast Club. And it was such an honor and a privilege that to hear this, that Charlamagne just called it out and said donkey of the day. And for him to even give kudos to Lil' Kim and to show honor that he didn't have to do that, that's a blessing. And Lil' Kim Black Friday is on the charts, and Lil' Kim album is on the charts. One of her, I think Naked Truth is on the charts. So people got to go on. Lil' Kim is vindicated. What was that tweet that I retweeted on my phone? Give me a second, because they said she's vindicated. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. Somebody had a beautiful tweet, and I'm going to see if I can read it to y'all. She said, this person said, thank you, Chris on the Gram TV said, quote, "Dear general public, the way you drag and blackball Lil' Kim for simply standing up and defending herself, can you please keep that same energy for Nicki Minaj, sign a hip-hop artist?" That's a blessing. So people trash Lil' Kim. You need to say, you little sister, and many people ain't gonna be with you, gonna be out on alone, but eventually that truth gonna come out. That truth gonna come out. When I tell you that truth gonna come out, and when that truth came out, now people are looking at Lil' Kim. You were right. Y'all need to call Lil' Kim and say, sister, you were right. You were right. Just call her up. She was right all along, because y'all can't be sitting here trashing her, saying all this type of stuff. Just call it out. You were right. You were right. You were right. You were right. So then that situation going on. So then Saucy Santana and JT, they're having their bickering and beef. I'm going to say this to JT. Where's your music? You want to trash Saucy Santana and all this? Where is your music? Saucy Santana, why you not on a promo run for your album? Why you not at Walmart? Why you not at Kmart? Why you not at the buffet promoting your album? You got too much time in here. What do you look like arguing with JT? You need to be out there promoting your album. Did you just have a heart attack or a food attack at the Waffle House? Why you not at the Waffle House in the parking lot performing Material Girl and having people to sign your record, but you too busy on that internet arguing? Y'all got too much time in your hand. Why are you not on tour performing? I don't understand that. And JT, where is your music? All this time y'all don't argue. Put the music out, perform, go on tour, and get off that Twitter. Y'all just doing too much. It's embarrassing. These black artists embarrassing. Now, one of y'all talked about the government shutdown. Nicki, you didn't talk about it. And that's going to harm a lot of people to buy your records and albums if they ain't got no job. Cardi, you didn't talk about it. Saucy Santana, you didn't talk about it. That's hurting a lot of your fans. A lot of your fans are government workers. They're losing their job. They're getting fired and all this. Why y'all not talking about this stuff? President Trump just put this on Truth Social. None of these celebrities talked about it. Listen to what Donald Trump said to the president. The president said, I have a meeting with Russ Vought, he of Project 2025 fame, to determine which of the many Democrat agencies, most of which are political scam, he recommends us to be cut, and whether or not those cuts will be temporary or permanent. I can't believe the radical left Democrats gave me this unprecedented opportunity. They are not stupid people. So maybe this is their way of wanting to quietly and quickly make America great again. President DJT. None of these celebrities talking about it. None of it. None of it. None of it. Somebody said bookings have slowed down. But sometimes I've been performing every other weekend. He was just performing at Richmond. He needs to perform somewhere else. Talk about them women. Get off the internet. Because you say that Blue Ivy was ugly and that Northwest and all that. That's what kind of hindered Saucy Santana's career. Get it together. Talk about Donald Trump. Y'all need to be telling him not to, work with the Democratic Party and the Republicans to work together and pass a bill so for folks can get their income up. I was just talking to Don, my mentor. A lot of people was not paying a mortgage due to the pandemic. It was a Biden rule that during the COVID, you ain't got to pay your mortgage. And a lot of people about to lose their property because they didn't make that balloon payment that was due in September of this year. So he's going to come and talk about that on the show. Y'all need to be talking about that. It's so much that is going on in this world. They're trying to erase Black history in this country. They're literally fighting against universities that having scholarships or opportunities for African-American students. They're trying to erase the success of African-American people. But here you are, you got Nicki arguing. She needs much help, much prayer, and she needs to be in a mental institution. I said it. Allegedly, she needs to be in there. She needs some medicine. Saucy needs some help. He just got out of the hospital. They said he had a heart attack. JT needs some help. Ain't none of them talk about that. They just sitting there arguing over stupid stuff. Stupid stuff. Cardi B, you was up there campaigning for Kamala Harris. Where you at talking? You too busy arguing. It doesn't make sense. It's foolishness. Let me see what Kim Barbie said. Give me a second. So Kim Barbie is saying something. What is Kim Barbie saying? Kim Barbie said these people really just be getting up in line and repeating stand Twitter narratives trying to pass it off as T. If you don't know anything, it's okay to STFU. He talk about Armon. Let me be messy. You talking about Armon. Put a name on it. Like, Kim Barbie, I want y'all to sit it so you talk about Armon Wiggins, put a name on it. These people really just be getting up here lying and repeating stand Twitter narratives trying to pass it off as T. If you don't know anything, it's okay to STFU. Okay, he talking about Armon. Then somebody said, like, it's all good to entertain Twitter stands, but we post the truth, then what? Be mad, don't like, whatever the F all you want, but what the F are you making S up for? Somebody said, this was Kim Barbie. He also said this, like, what are you going to do if Cardi posts text messages and videos showing how excellent her baby father has been since the day she told him? What are you going to do when she sues James and have to go through discovery? We see exactly what the recording came from. By the way, I actually wasn't even around that day. I was in Virginia. I wish I was there, though, so we could record homegirl talking itch about others. Don't you listen to Tasha K about everything else? She told you where that recording came from, and Cardi hasn't spoken to any of them girls you say on the phone except Bia. And actually, Cardi's doing her favor not putting that out the way she ate her up. So please stop making BS up. Then he also said, Kim Barbie said this. Let me explain something real quick. Y'all are not going to gaslight me. I haven't said anything when these women are arguing the last few days because, one, Cardi don't require backup. Notice none of us over here said anything. Two, say something for what? So y'all can run with that narrative that I'm always in women business. Y'all just want another reason to talk about me and you're not getting it. Get someone else to do it. Somebody said, somebody responded to Kim Barbie, why no one speaking on the baby she had in 2012? Because that's a fake A-word page, was debunked 4 years ago. Find something new. Somebody said, you've been typing the same A-word tweet in different variations all week. See how bad they want me outside? This is a person reached to Kim Barbie. They said, does he really need to condemn it when everyone knows that his best friend is effing obvious? He condemns it. I'm sorry, excuse me. You just want to see him argue with them other nothing A-word gay man so y'all can attack him. And that's the point about that. But Kim Barbie, he feels type of way about Armon Wiggins. Pure jealousy. People will say that Armon Wiggins, Armon is of Kim Barbie. No, Kim Barbie feels the type of way about Armon because Armon have his own business and he made an income and building a business talking about giving his commentary about female rap. No different than when DJ Academic talk about the male rappers. Ain't no difference in that. Okay? So, and people can't take the fact this man or I have his confidence and he don't give a F. He gonna say it. He gonna stand 10 toes down on it. Now, do I agree with everything he says out of his mouth about these rappers? No, because he don't think that Nicki is the problem. Nicki is the problem. That woman is psychotic. And the day you fall out with her, even when Armon went on Nicki's show, went on her Spotify, on her, what was that? Station head. She was insulting Armon Wiggins. The woman is psychotic. Psychotic. Now, for her benefit, she will like his tweets for her benefit. But Nicki, give me home, girl. You gonna go on his show when you release that album in March? Or are you gonna take your black behind to Kai Cenat and act like Armon Wiggins don't exist? Nicki, in March, are you gonna go on Tasha K's show or are you gonna go on Kai Cenat's show? Or you can still do all the but what you do, you use these bloggers as sharecroppers, by liking their tweet feed information. But when it's time to get the harvest, the full harvest, you pay them dust. And you bloggers better call her out in March and say, why you not coming on the show? Because in September and October, you was all liking my tweets. You was all on my platform. Why you ain't on my show now? Call out. Because she have a tendency of liking tweets, and then when it's time for her to perform, have that rollout, she pay these YouTubers dust. She pay them dust. She pay them dust. And it's sad that she does this, because you would think she would go on the show. Out of all the YouTubers, you would think that she would go on Armon's show, because the man talk about female rappers more than anybody that I know on these internet streets. It ain't too many bloggers that really talk about the female rappers. Definitely go on Tasha K's show too, because she talk about Nicki too. They was actually on the phone gossiping. And I still to this day that Nicki Minaj was on the phone complaining to Tasha and got Tasha on the phone. And Tasha K, you cannot come out here talking about Kenneth Petty when you said Kenneth Petty was an R word. You said it. You can't come out with he ain't R word. He's vindicated. No, we not gonna clear it. That man was convicted of the R word. He was convicted of what he did to Jennifer. He was convicted. He was convicted. He was convicted. This is why it is so important for you all to do your own homework. Don't listen to Tasha. You listen to a woman that was sued for $4 million. Something. Oh, she vindicated. Oh, she vindicated. Oh, they doing voodoo. Oh, they doing this. Tasha K is not a reliable source, honey. She's not a reliable source. She's paying debt to Cardi B. $4 million. She's paying debt. So she's not a reliable source. But she gets in her feelings because when Nicki went on her, what was that, last year? When she released her album, she went on Kai Cenat. I think she went on Joe Budden. I think she went on other platforms. She didn't go on none of the YouTuber shows. She didn't went on none of them. She didn't went on none of them channels. They also trying to take up for Nicki Minaj's brother. In the report, in the case, it was DNA, the child's DNA in the underwear of Nicki Minaj's brother. He did so. He was convicted. So y'all putting out these narratives, and I'm like, it ain't gonna work. I will just tell you that right now. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. You can't be sitting here taking up for child predators and SA. It's crazy to me. Because Tasha K, you got children. How would you feel if somebody did something to your child, get on the internet and say, they ain't do it, they vindicated, they ain't do it, they innocent, they ain't, you would feel some type of way. What did you do? Like, what? You sitting there trying to take off for Nicki Minaj talking about they wanted me to pay all that with no receipts, with no evidence. Didn't tell the authorities. They wasn't charged for that, for extortion. You just getting that out your behind. You just sitting here lying. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real. I'm keeping it real. Now I'm gonna always keep my opinion about Nicki, about Cardi, because again, I'm gonna listen to their music. I'm not a big fan of Cardi B album like that, but I gotta listen to it again to get caught up. Some of the tracks I like. Okay. I'm still listening to Hype Me Up. Hype Me Up. I'm still listening to that song. That song was just playing on my playlist, but I'm gonna give it another try. Okay. I've been listening to Kamala Harris' book. I'm almost finished with it. I've been listening to her book. I'm almost finished with the book. Almost finished with it. Great. Number one, it's a New York Times bestseller. Number one. I'm just giving my opinion. But let me make sure that I read all the stuff that I was going to read up in here. Give me a second. And also, if anybody want to call in, I would love to hear y'all thoughts about this whole entire situation. I'm just keeping it real. Give me a second. Give me a second. Oh, wow. So give me a second here. All right. So now I'm going to talk about, wait a minute. Okay. Let me read Tasha K tweets because she tweeted. Tasha K said, imagine a man who used to traffic women to his boss's husband in exchange for internship, giving someone donkey of the day. See, the devil gave Sharina to Wendy Williams' husband. The devil lived that lady house, ate her food, serviced her husband with young girls, used her to build his career in gossip. His OG is Whitney. Him and Sharina grew up together. He brought her from South Carolina into Whitney's house, kept Kevin Hunter's secret for years. All these grown men robbed that lady. That's how I know Wendy got dementia, because ain't no way her right mind she would have forgiven. See, the devil of the day. He's one of the reasons she went crazy. They bled her dry. That's what Tasha K said. See, the devil has been trying to sue me for years, but ain't asked for a stick. Excuse me. I believe Jessica read about him being responsible for her drugging in R-word, same way Tupac was blamed when his girlfriend got R-word by his friend. Everything I say is what he repeated and was charged for. Charlemagne, the devil, see the devil, has been ugly, short, with a small d his whole life. That's why he brag about taking P-word without permission. Donkey of century. Everything is allegedly, even my name is allegedly. The irony, see the devil, is the real Diddy. Hide your drinks. That is what Tasha K said. Y'all, excuse me, Tasha K. she gonna wind up getting sued again, but she don't care because she got good lawyers now. They're gonna fight it in court. But she gonna wind up getting sued herself. Okay, now that's what she said. Now tomorrow, I do believe Diddy gonna get about 8 years. I do. He's gonna get about 8 years. That's my prediction. He's gonna get 8 years. I do believe that. So if anybody wants to come on and give their thoughts, please do. We on Twitch, Facebook, and I gotta pay this bill here too, because I gotta pay this bill. So hopefully I got it so to pay it. All right, we on Twitch, Facebook, and on YouTube. So shout out to people that's watching. Also, I'm gonna post a number up here if anybody want to call in. You can call in and give your thoughts on this entire situation. I said what I said. I'm just clear minded. So let me put the thing up here, and I'll post the number up here, and I would love to hear your thoughts if you want to call in. I want to thank you for the people that have been Cash Apping me. I want to thank you all for that. We need your blessings. We need your blessing. We need it. We definitely need your blessing. Donate that. Thank you. We definitely need it. Okay, give me a second here. If you want to call in, that's 972-674-9462. Nine seven two 674-9462. Ooh, I had to blow my nose, y'all. Cause this air, I had to turn that AC off. But y'all had me going like this AC is freezing out here. Okay. Anybody want to call in? That is the number. All right. Thank you so very much. But yeah, this like he's gonna address the judge. But I believe, like I said, I don't think this judge is going to let him off scot-free. I don't think the judge is going to give him time served. The judge have been denying this stuff all the time. So I don't believe it's going to get, I don't believe it's going to get like time served. I don't believe that. In my humble opinion, I do believe that he's going to serve some time. I do believe it. I do believe it. Oh, we don't have the Zelle. We only have the PayPal, Tasha. We only have the PayPal at wileyshow@gmail.com, not the Zelle. We have PayPal at wileyshow@gmail.com. I got to work to get the Zelle back up. But you can do the PayPal at wileyshow@gmail.com. Okay. All right. Oh, Katie got bangs. Oh, she said so. She said, congratulations to the album. All right. Shout out to you. That's what's up. I love that. I'm proud of all you queens. I'm disappointed in the foolishness, especially about the kids being mentioned. That is not cool. I love that. But you know, they're going to drag you, Katie Got Bangs, because you're from Chicago, and I love you. I've been for years of your career. They're going to drag you because you did a record with Nicki, so they're going to drag you, especially them barbs. They're definitely going to drag you. Let me see what they said. Let me see. Give me a second. So, somebody said the comments is tearing her every which but loose. But I don't know. But this seemed very calculated. Why you ain't said that when the album first came out? You wait until the pot is stirred real good. You just want to play. They said they comment. They said y'all really been sisters since 2016. Oh, wait a minute. Did they post a clip? It's like once I do one, it's like, okay, I gotta try another one. Then it's just like, wow, okay. She's on Power 92. Look at Cardi and Katie Got Bangs. Okay, y'all probably don't know her. She's like artist in Chicago. She never made it to the mainstream like that. So, you know, she's still kind of like a local Chicago artist. They said, is this real? I can't believe my eyes. Not y'all mad at her in the comments for being a real B. Salute to the real Bs. I know you couldn't be a pushover for no hoe. They said, so the barbs are said because Katie has a mind of her own. Pretty sure Cardi and Barty Gay don't claim you. They said, Tay. Somebody said, Cardi B always show love to Katie. They said, real recognize real. They said, Nicki allowed these Kayas on her album just for them to turn against her. They said, bro, it's not even funny. Oh, y'all know who she is. Okay, congratulations. Thank you. They said, not that your time ever started, but it's up. Always skip your verse anyway. Ms. Drilly Clinton, you have now been impeached. They said she would not even spit on you if you were on fire. They said, where did Nicki even find these people, bruh? Oh, you saw the belt them other girls out. You have been officially exiled from Gag City. Somebody said, I'm not even a fan of hers, but from things I've heard online, music-wise, and for critics, the album sound dated and should have been out back in 2020, if anything. She doesn't articulate her words. It's redundant and hasn't matured, but it doesn't sound off. They said y'all went from the album is Trav first week to the album was fire after her beef with Onika, laughing my A off. These people, they're trying to drag her. They try to drag her. That's crazy. They're really trying to drag this lady. Let me see what she said right here. And so you get a baddie chain, you're a real one. He said you messy. Wow. I'm reading these comments. There's really dragging this lady. But she got a mind of her own. If she want to give credit to her, she have every right to do. Armon said, officially on my icon era. Somebody said Wendy Williams versus Diddy. All right, what did you put Wendy Williams in this? Lord. Well, Wendy would have had a good time. Wendy Williams would have had a good time. Let me see, because let me see. Did Kim Barbie block me yet? No, he ain't blocked me. He ain't blocked me yet. They gotta help him. Oh, the rules turning back to being black owned. That's what's up. That's what's up. Magnet has reached number 1 on U.S. iTunes. Congratulations, Cardi B. Somebody said that Tasha K individual just refused to learn her lesson. Oh my God. Let me see who's posted under there. They talk about Tasha K. You didn't get your notification. I'm sorry. YouTube be trying it, but I'm gonna go live more. I'm going live more, so y'all get your notification. Are we going live tomorrow? I have a special guest coming on tomorrow, so we're going live tomorrow. We're going live tomorrow. And this is some, oh my God. So the Consciously, he said this. He posted a tweet. He said, our apartment complex that's 95% black in Chicago was massively raided by immigration where black folks live. They broke into people's homes with no notice and with no warrant. They zip tied the risk of U.S. citizens imprisoning them for hours with zero explanation for their detention. They said, read is fundamental, and your question could be easily answered by reading the entire tweet. Oh, okay. So somebody said, where were these black Americans deported to? You want to fearmonger us so bad, LOL. You speak up more for immigrants than your own community. Democratic money must be good. Read is fundamental, and your question could be easily answered by reading the entire tweet, which is explicitly about my own community. You FBA hoes just repeat the same ish amongst each other. That's false and regurgitated to me. Democrats, your whole cult is full of ass. Oh my gosh. They said oh, thank you, Antoine. I'm excited. Can't wait to see you on the big screen, Wiley. Don't forget about your fans when you hit big. I won't forget. I won't forget. I won't forget. I won't forget. DDX assistant Maya will speak at his sentencing. Though the defense argued that Maya has been discredited, it doesn't explain why she should be excluded, given the defense will, of course, be afforded a fair opportunity to respond to any remarks that Maya offers. So she'll be speaking tomorrow. I'm definitely gonna be covering it tomorrow, child. I'm covering it tomorrow. This Diddy sentencing, definitely covering that tomorrow. Why not? Definitely cover that tomorrow. We are definitely covering that sentencing tomorrow. Definitely. Okay? Definitely. Okay. Definitely, definitely, definitely. Okay. So I'm definitely let y'all know. All right. Love y'all. This was great. This is so good to have y'all on. Thank you. So yeah, I know y'all at work, getting y'all work in. Be great. Thank you so very much for y'all have cash up us. And please keep me in your prayers. Okay. Also, too, if you want to contribute to our they already lined up at the courthouse. I know it's gonna be a lot of people for tomorrow. Please do so. Little black girl, you're beautiful. Little black girl, you are enough. When times get hard, always remember to put God first. We'll be back live tomorrow. We'll be talking about Diddy. Diddy, that trial is coming up. So, that sentencing is coming up. We wish you. I'm praying, because I know Diddy, he's nervous. I already know, baby. You nervous, like what they gonna do, what they gonna do. He had served what almost a year. I think did he do almost a year? I think a year and some months. You got to be careful. That karma caught up with him. Make sure y'all thumbs up, share the live. If you want to contribute to the show, $ Wiley Show 1990. May God bless you and may God keep you as my prayers. And I will see y'all. Excuse me. Oh, wait a minute. What am I doing? I'll see you on the next video. Thank you. I'm about to go get me something to eat because I'm hungry. I'm so hungry. And I love y'all. Thank y'all for y'all support. And see y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.